Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the Tin Hifi T7. So it's this flagship dynamic driver hi-fi. So these are over $100, which is obviously they've got a lot to live up for, because I think that's one of the most expensive Tin Hifi models, but obviously we will see. So yeah, flagship model in their eyes, so obviously not going to be cheap. Obviously we'll see what it's like. Yeah, anyway, so as usual, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank Linsar for sending this out to me, so thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video, and all thoughts and opinions are my own. And yeah, I have no idea what these are like, but obviously we'll find out. So yeah, I'll see you in the next clip. So let's look at this crazy big box, and this box is actually bigger than the headphones, the Kiwis division. Yeah, depending on which order you see these videos, but yeah, the Kiwis division headphones is a smaller box than this. So some barcodes, nothing on there. Basically nothing on the back. So yeah, flagship product. This box is huge for a pair of IMs. The 7. Okay, so these actually, look at this. So TinHifi are really trying to push the boat out, so to speak. Here we go, the editing. So MMCX, that's an odd choice. That's the nozzle's quite short. L Tin Hifi T7. So yeah, still quite a nice presentation. So let's go even deeper. I'll check if there's anything there in a bit. So quite a nice case. Tin Hifi. Got it. So quite a few things. This blingy kind of gold, 3.5. Obviously MMCX, which is not my cup of tea, but we'll see what it's like. So obviously it's got red and blue connectors, which is pretty good, which I do like. Quite a thick padding. So foam tips, spare grills, a leather kind of holder, bunch of tips, and I think that might be, I'll check there. If I missed anything I'll check in a bit, but I don't think there's anything there. And this is it. So these are over $100. Again, I have no idea what the tuning is like, but yeah, see you in the next clip. So welcome to my review section, the Tin Hifi T7, which are here, which we'll get to in a bit. So the cable, so it is actually modular. So all you do is you just screw this off. As you can see, screw it on. You know, plugs in, straightforward. I like that, saves having, I mean, it gives you the choice of a different connector. Cable is gold, a bit of bling, but it's more than good enough. Chin slider is super loose, if that really matters. And obviously, I like, one thing I don't like, the MMCX, which is a bit of a shame. Obviously, I like the colours is super, is very visible. But yeah, MMCX, which is a shame. Obviously, everybody likes 2-pin. But the only benefit of MMCX is, imagine that's plugged in there, and yes, that is the left one. Now imagine it's in. It does give you that flexibility. So obviously, everybody's heads are different shapes, so there is some use to MMCX. But again, I do prefer 2-pin. So anyway, so comfort and fit on these. Actually, I think they fit pretty good. Obviously, you can see how deep they are with one of the tips on. That's the kind of size. Let's take that off as well. So yeah, because they're not large units, the comfort on fit, well, actually thought was pretty good in this set. Obviously, you can see there's a closer look. And build quality seems very good, as these are not cheap. These are $200, which I think might be one of the most expensive Tin Hifi products I've done, and they're a single DD as well. Yeah, obviously L and R is very apparent on the back. So anyway, pound sensitivity, very easy to power, no problem at all. But again, these do sound better with cleaner sources, so low impedance the better. Really, any good dongle DAC should be fine. You don't really need a lot of power, you just need clean power. It's probably one way of pulling it. So timbre on this set, it does sound a little bit artificial because these are on the brighter side, which I'll get to in a bit. But apart from that, not bad. Technicalities on this set and resolution and overall kind of resolution is very good. Again, I'll explain that a bit more in a bit. Soundstage seems quite there's a good kind of width to it. Not, I wouldn't say depth is big, but width. These seem quite good for would be quite good for gaming because they're not bass monsters, because these more detail oriented earphones. So yeah, for gaming, might be actually pretty good for that if that matters to you. Plus they obviously got a pretty good fit as well. Isolation on this set seemed to be quite good as well, considering it's a single DD. So there's a vent on the top, you can see by there, and one there, and I think that's pretty much it. So sound. So when I got these, I had no idea what they were like. I think the last few Tin Hifi ones might have been planars. So, and the T5S, that was a pretty good one as well. Here's a graph. Now, I mean, obviously, as usual, I always graph them afterwards. So when I put these on, I was trying some music out, I thought, oh wow, these are detailed. Is quite the word. I don't know what you call these. Maybe more U-shaped set, because they're not really shouty mid range, and they're not really bass. They're not really bassy. So obviously, left to right, sub bass, really good rumble on this set. Not bass monsters, but the more sub bass orientated. Seem to work quite well for a lot of different genres. Again, I'll try this with some melodic techno, just some generic pop music. I tried it with a bit of rock music, heavy metal. It seems fine. Bass wise, it seemed to work quite fine in all of them, really. And yeah, not too bad. Again, I personally prefer a little bit more bass, where it bleeds into the mids. It makes sounds a bit more thick, but that's my preference. So mid-range, pretty good, really. Yeah, sometimes it can sound a touch thin. As you can see, these aren't. Again, I prefer a little bit of bleed. Some people don't, but because of that stuff sounds. These are a cleaner sounding set than what I'd normally prefer. Female vocals, again, not too bad. They didn't seem really shouty, but I'll get to the treble in a bit about that. But yeah, anyway, mid-range, a solid set, really. Treble, as you can see, these are definitely bright. So me trying them before me graphing them, that's the resolution and the details very good, and they've very got good instrument separation, but they are inherently a bright set, and it is probably more noticeable because they're not a bassy set. Well, a mid-bass kind of set. These straddle the fine line of sibilance. Now, I didn't really get them, but I think it was so close to it happening, really. There's some spikes further up, but that didn't really bother me. But they seem to have quite a good extension to the sound. They were a very detailed set. So if you listen to something that's not really bassy, they are detailed because of that. Now, I have the T5S, which sounds a lot smoother than this set. This is for somebody who craves detail, really. These are probably a touch too bright for my personal preference, but without me graphing these, I thought, oh wow, these sound quite detailed, and they are a detailed set. Now, it depends on, obviously, listening volumes. These are more, my opinion, on a lower volume set. And because of that, they seem to work very well. When you turn it up, the fatigue may or may not affect you. And obviously, don't listen to IEMs loud because your hearing matters. But anyway, so treble on the whole, detailed set. A touch bright, really, to be honest. They sound expensive. They sound like they've got a lot of resolution, and they should be, because they're not cheap at $199 US dollars. But yeah, good to try something different. But yeah, probably be quite good for gaming because they're not bass monsters to distract you from the game, really. Anyway, so conclusion, what do I think? I like these, but you have to bear in mind they're a detailed set. If that bothers you, they're quite a bright set, really, and MM6. Now, this seems to be make a good contact. Again, I do prefer 2-pin, but yeah, seem a good set for gaming, for at least fairly competitive gaming, or for someone who likes a detailed set, especially if you like vocals. Jazz, acoustics, all very clear with this set. Again, it does work for quite a few genres, but sometimes it can be a bit bright. if it's treble orientated, so if you like for metal, it can be a bit bright, I found. Pop music seems fine, and electronic kind of music seems fine, but yeah, quite a bland looking set with like kind of like wood on the back, as you can see. That's a bit brighter, but yeah, yeah, quite subtle. Good set, detail, bright set really. So you have to, depends if that matters to you, or EQ is your friend, as I've said a few times. But yeah, I like it. It's a bit different, but just beware of that kind of the bright treble, an MM6 and the $200 price point. But yeah, they are like a very accomplished, detailed resolution, high resolution set. And yeah, I'll probably end it there. So yeah, yeah, if you think I missed anything or if you want to know a bit more, as usual, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next video. And my next video should be a planar, so spoiler. And anyway, see you in the next video.